Alright, I'm hoping this batteries still work because I haven't recharged them for a while. Even since the last video that I did last week when I said I was checking them. I haven't checked them. So I kind of looked to see if there's the battery signal that kind of flickers. So, hey. I actually cleaned up, not this part, but I cleaned up this part here, the gym. That took a lot of effort from me. Part of something that I'm putting on my list of things to do. I also want to get back into massage therapy more. So I need my place. I need to make money while these businesses are kind of running, you know. It's not like I'm becoming rich off them. So I need to be able to do something. What I wanted to talk about, what time are we? We're pretty late. I've been tired all day, but I managed to get a lot done. I still use my notebook here, and I try to force myself through it religiously or diligently. We're after 5. What time are we? I like the fact that I have to kind of force myself to stay at home on Sunday so I can actually get stuff done. It's 6:43 p.m. So there you go. I should be in bed soon. I've been taking naps. I've been working a bit, kind of doing it in parts. What I want to talk about is manipulation and the big feeling of anxiety that I get when I can't put my finger on what's going on, and then I have to distance myself and I realize I'm being manipulated and I need to back away, but then I feel like I'm losing someone or I'm hurting someone when this happens, and that, oh, I'm going to always be alone type thing. It's happened with 2 people. One guy I'm having sex with, and another guy who was supposed to visit me from New Hampshire, who wants to have sex with me, but playing it like he wants to be more with me. And yeah, it's hard because initially I'm not very outgoing with all my stuff initially. It's like you want to know about me, I'm not going to tell you about me. You have to pay attention and start sticking around, and then slowly the layers of the onion will come off. And then by then I will have made a decision because I will have seen how you are and whether we're compatible or not. So this one guy physically is my type, but it was in the bathhouse, we've been having sex, and he always wears a hat, so with the hat on he looks cute. When I went to see Black Panther with him about a month ago, and I didn't even recognize him because he was in regular clothes, and he's not my type. Like from here up. It's not ugly, just not my type. Just kind of turned it off for me. And in addition to that, it's like he knew who I was, and he kept idolizing me and complimenting me, and you don't know me, you know. So it's like more he was like a fan of me as opposed to someone I can get to know. So, but you know, I kept going with the sex every 2 weeks, because every week I can't, and I get bored of someone after 2 times, which I start to do, and then I would stop messaging him, and then he would message me, and I'd like, okay, agree, you know, because I want to keep options open, you know. And slowly he just started to kind of open up a little bit, like, and realize he does weed. So, okay, not into that, you know. But he's never been here, so we go to the bathhouse, which is cool. So obviously it's just a sexual thing. But when last time he was like saying, you know, you tell me when you're you know, sick of me or whatever. It's like, it's not that I'm sick of him, it's that it's trying to please me, you know what I mean? And that's what's turning me off. So, getting to the next person who was supposed to come here from New Hampshire, he wanted to stay the night. And initially he did come to visit and we spent the day together. You know, he slept over at a hotel, which was perfect. He didn't get into my space. But he kept saying, you know, I wish I was closer so we could blah, 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 blah. We'll just leave early in the morning and then come here, you know. Go do whatever, and then you go back home. It's not that difficult. And I initially wanted to go to where he lives in Berlin, New Hampshire. Apparently I can't get there. There's no bus system. I have to go to Boston, which takes 5 hours, and then do something else, and it's going to take longer than 5 hours, where it's just a drive. It's like 3 hours. And I have a driver's license. I don't have a car. And I didn't want to rent a car as of yet. I was a little bit open to it, but wanted to get to know the person first before I start doing things. Like relearning how to drive. Which I've only done I don't need a car, I live downtown. So, yeah. So anyway, so then, you know, as we start to talk more and more, it's just like his judgmental personality reminded me of the last person I was dating in LA. I had to let go. It was really bad. And it's like he's visualizing something that's not listening to me. We have nothing in common, you know. He's like putting emphasis on the fact that I don't eat meat, and that's an issue. And that I work out, and that's an issue. But we could get together and get married and live in New Hampshire. Not in New Hampshire, in Chicago. Well, I like LA. I don't mind Chicago, but I like LA. And it's like all these things. And then the thing that topped it off was, besides the fact that, I'm just checking the battery life, the fact that every time I would say something, he would have like a harsh opinion about it, and it would be hypocritical, and I'd have to kind of tell him that, and it became energy draining for me. I could say nothing, but then it would be even worse, because then I wouldn't want to talk to him at all. So I was trying to just, you know, talk to him. And the fact that he likes all the guys here, it's like I don't feel special, you know what I mean? And it takes him a long time to make decisions. And he's living in Berlin, New Hampshire, which he doesn't like. And he regrets living there. He's been there for 2 years because of a job that he kind of likes. So it's like he's not in action, you know. He's just going through motions. And so that's really draining me, that it's not motivating me. So, anyways, he said, he wants to come on a Saturday so he could sleep over. And now my place is cleaner, but my place it's still not clean. And I'm trying to incorporate that. It's a big psychological thing for me, and a time management thing, and an energy thing. And to have him here, and he doesn't wake up at 3:30, and he wants to go to a jazz club, and he wants to do this, and he wants to do that. So what I ended up doing, after agreeing, and feeling really like disgusted afterwards, I sent him a text at 4 o'clock in the morning on Friday saying, I can't for Saturday because I really have too much work to do. It's like he didn't appreciate, this is the bottom line. I tell everybody what I do, you know, with the new companies, and waking up at 3 just to find time and to really manage my time. And it's like people they want to compete for that. It's like they want to try to get me away from that, you know. And I listened to a video, explain this precisely, they don't really care, you know? So I have to care for myself. So I sent that text saying, I just really have too much work to do. And then his message returned was, oh, when do you get off work? No, bitch. Work for me is not the hours I do at a job. It's everything. I hate it when people say that. What time do you get off work? I don't work like that. You know? So, life of an entrepreneur. You're always working, you're always doing something, and you're trying to manage everything. So, yeah. And then he said something like, oh, Saturday would have been better for me so I could sleep over. I really wanted to tell him that, look, we have nothing in common. And, you know, the fact that I told you I'm not a bottom, and you were just trying to get in my pants and you were doing it a slow way. Now that we have it, we know we're not sexually compatible. What use are you now? What compatibility do we have? But I didn't say that because I think he's a nice guy. And I didn't want to, you know, I left the ball in his court. But for me, it's like if he could be a friend, like he says he wants to be, not in those words, but he wants to get to know me and all that stuff, then we'll see. So then when I got home, I did do some hours at the gym, my gym. And I got back, and he actually FaceTimed me. And he said something like he's really mad or something because he had something else planned or whatever. And I think we kind of left it at that. The fact that someone gets mad when you're actually going for your life and trying to do great things tells all, you know. But he's not out yet. I mean, we still kind of text a little bit, but he didn't come today. My hope was that he was, oh, okay, I'll come on Sunday, but he didn't. So eventually it's going to kind of fade back to nothing, or it's going to, you know, it's going to become a friendship. I don't know, but I won't lie, I feel I attract a certain person, and it's about me to kind of nip it at the bud when I know that it's not the right person, and to set my boundaries, and using my feelings of being like, I can never describe it, but I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm feeling invaded upon, I'm feeling engulfed by someone trying to encroach upon my life too soon. You know what I mean? Worry about your life, stay in your lane, and then we kind of meet. I mentioned briefly that, you know, the way Oprah and Stedman have their thing going, it's not such a bad thing, you know. And I'm not there to help his problems, to get him out of the town that he's in, or whatever. He has to do that stuff on his own. So, I managed to get a YouTube video in to talk about that. I have other topics I want to talk about, and I write them in my book. I don't stress about it. But I managed to get it done. So, and I'm noticing I'm getting more subscribers. Not thousands more, but they're coming up. So it's like, oh, okay. So it's kind of motivating to keep going. And the other day I actually looked through my list of videos and I realized it's kind of like a diary. So that's also very motivating, that it's a time in my life and there were things that I forgot, and I look at it and I'm like, wow. So it's a motivating thing for me to keep doing these videos, and it's also motivating that some people are watching it and some people are interacting. So I'll talk to you next week.